it's Lydia here at Lydia's Leisurely Stitching. Today is Sunday, February 2nd, 2025. Welcome to my January recap Flosstube video. It's really good to have you here. Thank you all for coming and spending some time with me today. If you're new, I hope you find something you like and find a reason to subscribe and stay. So let's get into it, shall we? Today I've got 6 projects to show you. One of them is a finish, and one of them is a new start, and then 2 full coverage projects. So, so first of all, for the month of January, it was a record month for me. I've never stitched this many stitches in a month as I did this month. So this month I did 18,861 stitches over 31 days on the 6 projects, and 15,157 of them were full coverage projects. So primarily I work on full coverage projects during the week, and then on the weekends I take a little break and work on my non-full coverage pieces. So I'll start off with my finish, and this is Celebrate Summer from Madame Chantilly, and this is stitched on 28 count Rainy Day Lugana from Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And this is what it looked like last time I showed it to you. And here it is all finished. So to finish it off, I needed to do this gray and these green leaves and some of these red flowers. I love how this turned out. I'm super happy with it. The original has the word summer on the bottom, but I'm planning on leaving this up year round, more as a beach themed piece rather than a summer themed piece. So we'll take it in a little bit up close so you can see the tiers more clearly. I love the colors of the lighthouse and the little mermaid lady. I love the seagull on top of the sunflowers. And then on the second tier, we've got a jar with fish in it, a lady with a parasol, and the sandcastle. And then on the bottom, we've got these blue flowers, the whale, the spout of water coming out, Hello Beach. And then at the bottom, we've got seahorses and a couple of white fish. So I'm really happy with how this one turned out. This took me 27 days total, 26 of them were last year, just 1 this year, and 744 stitches to finish it off. Yeah, so my first finish of the year, so exciting. Is it my first finish of the year? Yeah, first finish of the year. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking I had a finish in my January video, but that was from December. So yeah, first finish of the year. Lovely. So for my non-full coverage pieces, I like to have a woodland themed piece and a beach themed piece on the go at a particular time. So because I finished my beach themed piece, I needed a new beach start. And so I put up a poll on my Instagram and on the community tab of my YouTube channel, and I asked you which of these 2 patterns should I start first. So I've got Beachy Mood by the Cricket Collection and Seaside Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. And on both platforms, Seaside Tiny Town won. So I've got a new start to show you. And so this is Seaside Tiny Town. And this is stitched on a mystery fabric I got. It has a manufacturing defect in it. And so I think someone probably was giving it out at a retreat as like a little sample of what their fabric was like, but I don't have any information on the fabric, so I don't know the count or the colorway or who it's by. Here's my start. So I did the first scene, which is the lighthouse and the seagulls and the water on the rocks and the wooden posts. There's 2 clouds in the sky. So I worked on this for 2 days and did 454 stitches. It's tiny. This is my finger. You can see how tall it is. I'm thinking this is a 32 count lugana, just based on how tight the stitches are. It might be smaller than that though, because I did have trouble seeing the holes. But you know, sometimes fabric shrinks when it's dyed. Yep. So that's my second project. Let's see. Next one, we'll do the Fungi Book SAL. This is by Living on the Rainbow, and she's on Etsy. And this doesn't have really a before picture because I finished the cover of the book, and so all I have left to do this year is the pages on the inside of the book. And I had already had 6 of the 8 pages finished before the beginning of the year, and so this year I just needed to finish the last 2 pages. So let's see if we can fold this up. So I worked on this for 3 days and did 704 stitches. So this is the Pixie Parasol. A little bit of thread there. There we go. These cute little blue mushrooms. And then I started on the last page. This is going to be the ghost fungus. And this one is going to need some Krynic, glow-in-the-dark Krynic, which I have, I'm just worried about working with, and so I just got the word ghost. So I'll finish that this month, and then I'll just have the very intimidating putting together of the book to do. So I could show you the rest of them. So we've got the inky cap, the black trumpet, and then the Mushroom Anatomy Part 1. Got the Mushroom Anatomy Part 2, the Morel, and the Fly Amanita. So yeah, just one more mushroom to do, and then it'll be ready for putting together. And so these, the inside pages, these are stitched on a 32 count lambswool jobelan. Yeah, so yeah, I'm very intimidated to put that together, but we'll just take it one step at a time and see how we get. Okay, and then the last non-full coverage I have to show you, this is Mist Forest Mushroom, and this is from Mirabilia, Nora Corbett, Nora Corbett. And this is what it looked like last time I showed it to you. This I am stitching on a 28 count weathered stone by Atomic Ranch, and here it is now. So this month I worked on it for 5 days and did 1,802 stitches. So I believe I had her hat done last time, so I did her face, her neck, and her arms, and then started on the main body of her dress. And I think I got a lot done. This is looking really good in the camera. Loving how it's turning out. So that is all of my full coverage projects. All of my non-full coverage projects. So then for full coverage, I worked on Victorian Christmas Eve for 2 days. For 3 days. And this one, my goal this year is to get it to 75% complete. And in order to do that, I needed to do about 11,000 stitches. So, last year when I worked on this piece, I worked on it as my main full coverage piece for July and December. And those ended up being my lowest full coverage stitching months. So I thought this year, since I need 11,000 stitches, I would try doing 1,000 stitches a month over a weekend and see how that goes. So this is what it looked like last time I showed it to you. This is stitched on 32 count Pearl Gray Lugana, 2/2. And here's the whole thing. It's looking really good, especially considering that the back stitching hasn't been done yet. I'm going to wait and save the back stitching till the end so I can get like a good before and after back stitching photo. Yeah, so over the 3 days I did 1,018 stitches, and that took it from 52.98% complete to 55.15% complete. And I was working over here, so I started in on this lady's blue dress. I started on this man with a top hat, and I filled in some of the yellow around them. There will be another lady's face that goes here. I think I also worked on this skyline in the background. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. This will come out for another 1,000 stitches in February. I'm really happy with my decision to just work on that for 1,000 stitches a month. I think that will be a lot more doable because this pattern, I have it in Pattern Keeper, but it doesn't search for the symbols. It just has a flat gray assigned to all of the symbols. And so, and when I move the Pattern Keeper around to like go to different areas, it takes a long time for the pattern to refresh. So it's not as easy to work on as my other full coverage pieces. And then the last one I have to show you is Once Upon a Fairy Tale, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This is artwork by Jenna and Della Grottaglia, Maldonado, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is what it looked like at the beginning of the year. So like I said, this is my focus full coverage piece, and my goal for the year is to get it to 15% complete. So I had it at 5% complete, so I wanted to increase it by 10% this year. And in January, I worked on it for 24 days and did 14,139 stitches. So here's the whole thing so far. So I finished this page down here, and then I went up and did the third page on the top row, and then started the second page on the second row. So I did about 2 pages in a month, and this took it from 5% to 8.1% complete. And I've already done another 1,400 stitches in it so far in February, so I'm getting a good jump. You can see the ivy leaves up here in the corner, and then this is a tree, and then you can see the start of the door coming out here. So that's really exciting. So I had a question for you guys. I was planning on doing these pages stair-stepping, but then I was thinking about doing the pages, just the first 2 columns of pages, going all the way down. And because I like to eat my peas and carrots before I do my dessert. So I wanted to do the more boring stitching to begin with, but I realized that might not be as interesting for you to look at. So do you have a preference for how I stitch the pages? Like, do you want me to hurry up and get to the lady's face so that you can see that? Or is however I feel like stitching it fine with you? Let me know in the comments. Yeah. So I'm really pleased with this. And I'm just shocked that I did 14,000 stitches in 1 month. I think technically my goal is 5,000 stitches a month, which is good because I don't think I can do 14,000 stitches every month. I had some time off of work, and so that gave me a lot of extra time to stitch. Yeah, so a short video today, but thank you all for coming and spending a little bit of time with me, and I'll catch you at the end of February. Talk to you later. Bye.